No, it launches fine. Great. I want to do something new. I want to try and start every single stream with a story. I want to tell a story, you know, so that all the people, the amazing, fantastic individuals that come in here early, get a little bit of a treat. You know, just a little bit of a treat, little a salami, if you want. And I want to make it worth your while to stop by and say hello early. And at the same time, of course, tell me about your week. Tell me about your weekend. Lampfrost, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. The story I'm going to tell today is one of many, many stories I have from back when I was skydiving. Little known fact about me, I used to skydive. I started skydiving when I was 16 because I was basically I was a teenager. I was bored. And I was like, you know what sounds fun? Jumping out of airplanes. That sounds fun. And Bear Boo, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. So, at this point that I'm telling you about, I had been skydiving for 3 years. I was 19 at this point, right? And we were doing a formation skydive in a discipline that's called tracking. And when you do tracking, or free falling, or for skydiving, you basically angle your body like you do in PUBG. You know when you fly forwards during the free fall segment of PUBG at the start of the match? That's called tracking. When you have your hands behind you and you push your legs out, you end up with this angle on your body. So you're diving. You're literally skydiving, right? And you go faster forward and you go faster downwards, or a little bit slower downwards. But that's not part of it. That's not the point. We were doing a formation skydive when we were going to construct a V formation in the air. we were going to construct a V formation in the air, and one of the guys hadn't done a lot of tracking jumps. You know, his technique was good, so he was allowed to be a part of it, but he had never done like more than 3 people at a time, and for this jump we were 5. We were 5 people, one guy was in the center, and then we were supposed to be 2 people on each side. We had planned it out, we had practiced on the ground, everything, right? So we jump out of the airplane. The first guy, he just goes. He goes so fast. He is really good. So I'm the last person out of the plane. So I'm gunning to get up to the formation, right? Now, the inexperienced guy, he realizes that he cannot catch up to the formation. So instead of, you know, sliding off to the side like you're supposed to do, he just stops. He goes from a track position to a base freefall position, which basically, to me, who's just gunning to catch up to the formation, from my perspective, he just stops, right? And I come gunning in, and I see him go from a track, from gunning forward, to basically what's relative to my speed a dead stop. So I have to dive around on the side, so I basically curl around him, because if I had hit him, we would have crashed at a velocity of like 80 kilometers an hour, right? We would have literally died. So I basically, and you know, distances are hard to gauge. I was probably 3 meters away from him, but that is really close at those kinds of speeds. So I come, he basically stops, and I twirl around him, and I'm on my back. And as I'm on my back, trying to maintain my speed, because I still want to catch up to the formation, I see his face just go like, because he didn't think that he wasn't the last person out of the plane. And now I'm on my back, I've fallen straight past him, the formation is up there somewhere, and I just lie on my back, and I just go to him, and I go like this, and I go that. You know, I just say like this while I'm tracking. So he goes that way, I go that way, and I'm on my back the entire time, because now I'm the person who's free falling at the lowest altitude to make sure that there's nobody above me. And then I flip, and then I make sure that I'm just far the fuck away, and I pull my chute, and then I land. And the guy is shaking. The guy is shaking, right? Because he realizes what he did. And He was like, I'm sorry. So it's like, you know, it's completely fine. Just don't go from a full track to a full stop ever again. And that's the story of how I almost died skydiving. I have about 4 more of these. All right, that's story time over. Kuma, welcome to the stream. Bearboo, I love your face. Go to sleep because J-Job, so bicep. That is completely fine, Kuma.